Good morning. Let's take a look at the bell work. Remember, we're in week 2-4, and today's date is the 28th of March of 23. All right, let's take a look at this bell work. Yesterday, you were taught how to read this. So what I want you to do is to take 2 minutes, turn to your neighbor, and discuss how you figure out how to read the meter and how you work that last problem right there. Okay? So let's take a look here. Example 1, remember you always read the lower number and you have to decide where the orientation is going. This one is going backwards. So the lower number here would be 5. On this one is going forward, and the lower number would be 3. This one is going backwards, and the lower number would be 6. This one right here is going forward, and the lower number would be 0. And finally, this last one is going backwards, so the lower number would be 7. There it is. Okay, on the next one, right here, it's going this way, so the lower number is 0. This one, the lower number is 5. This one, of course, the lower number is 6. And this one, the lower number is 3. And that's how you read the meter. Let's take a look at this one right here. I'm going to slide it up a little bit. Okay, so you have a 60-watt light bulb. Okay, and you have a total of 3 light bulbs per fixture. Okay, so 3 light bulbs right here, 3 light bulbs per fixture. So we're going to multiply that by 3. When you do that, you have 180 watts per hour. Okay. And it says how many kilowatts of electricity are wasted each year. Okay, so we want to go ahead and definitely divide by 1,000 to change it to a kilowatt. So we want to go ahead and take 180, divide it by 1,000. And I get 0.18 kilowatt hours. Okay? And if this is every day, you're going to multiply by 365. Oh, it's left on for 4 hours per day. Okay, so right here, the bulb is left on unnecessarily for 4 hours per day. Okay, so what we got to do is also multiply this by 4. So let's see what it is. 0.18 times 365 and then times 4. 4 hours per day. So you have 262.8 kilowatt hours wasted. Okay? Now what they could tell you is the cost of that. So let's say it was 3 cents. So you would multiply by 0.03 to figure out how much money you waste. So times 0.03, and I'm adding to the problem here, you would waste about $8. Okay? All right, let's take a look here. And by the way, this section, 11.1, just to review from yesterday, is computing electric cost, the cost of running certain appliances, and the concept of break even. And we'll talk about that. So before we do that, work this problem right here. We're going to do a thumbs up if you get it right, or a thumbs down. Okay, the lower number here is 4. The lower number here is 7. the lower number on this third one looks like 4. This one looks like 6. And the lower number here is 2. And there it is, and that's how you read that meter. So give me a thumbs up if you got it right. Give me a thumbs down if you did not. Okay? All right, let's move on. What I want you to do now is open up a book to page 662. And before I get into these examples here, I want you to write down how this information will help you in the future. So how will this info help you in the future? Okay? All right, turn to your neighbor and discuss that for 2 minutes. Come up with some ways. How do you think this is going to help you? All right, open up a book to page 662. Let's go over example 4 here. Last year you spent that much on electricity. If they do a balanced billing, what would the monthly amount be? Well, if this is for the whole year, then you're going to take that and divide by 12. And so your monthly amount, and this is called an average bill, and they do this, is $278 per month. Now, at the end of the year, if you used more than that, they will make adjustments and they will charge you. If you use less than this amount right here for the new year, then they will refund your money or credit you. Let's take a look at example 5. The old water heater is $455 per year to use. The new water heater is going to cost you this much, almost $1,300 to buy the new one, but it saves you 31%. The question is, how many years before you get your money back from changing to a better, more efficient water heater? Well, you're going to take the $455 per year, and then you're going to go ahead and multiply by 0.31. And that's how much you're going to save per year. So 455 times 0.31, I get $141 per year. 0.05 is what you're going to save per year. Okay? So to figure out when you're going to recover your money, you would take how much you paid for the appliance, in this case a water heater, and you would divide by your savings. And let's try that and see what we get. So 1240 divided by 141.05. It's going to take you 8.8 approximately, 8 years and 8 months before you break even. That is the concept of break even. One more. A computer monitor costs $2,500. It costs $96 per year to run. Find the average cost. So on this one, it's kind of like algebra. So the cost of the monitor is a fixed cost, plus $96. We don't know how many years. And when you divide by the number of years, you get the average cost. Remember, average is where you add them all up and divide by the total. So if it's 5 years, if you want to figure out 5 years, you would substitute 5, multiply, add, and then divide by 5. That will give you the average cost over 5 years. Okay? So we are going to work and finish the work from yesterday. If you have any questions, please ask. Please feel free to turn to your neighbor and discuss these problems. If you have to, raise your hand, and I'll show you how to do them as well. All right, let's turn our attention now to 7th period.